You don't get an intro this time. I'm going right in. I'm already on the game screen. I have too much power. So let's stop. Yeah, let's remove my power. Just go with it. Let's just sit here and chill for a second as people show up. Usually, people have time to show up because I do an intro. But they don't have time this time because I didn't do an intro. Weren't expecting that one, were you? I'm too on top of everything going on. In fact, I'm not even gonna wait for people to show up. I'm gonna do this intro, and the only people who are gonna ever see it are people who watch the recordings. In your face, Space. Let's begin. I'm in the process of winning at streaming, apparently. Fear me. Oh, let me just check that system. Okay, systems are working. Let's see how things are going.
Good morning, Cutter 9346.
I am awake.
Cutter, I want to check in with you about Hal.
Hey, Weaver.
Listen, back round where I grew up, you cross paths with all kinds of critters. Possums, coyotes, bears. And once in a while, you find yourself nose to nose with a bobcat.
I'm getting deja vu here.
Bobcat's an unpredictable creature. A scared one, just as likely to fight tooth and nail as it is to scamper away. Now, Hal is terrified of not measuring up to the rest of us, failing, losing his status, and he's fixing for a fight, driven by that fear inside him. Thing is, Bobcat's just another animal. Hal, he's only human. You understand his fear. You can reason with him. So, I'm working on taming our local wildcat. Now you stay strong. We'll be through this soon enough. See you out there, Cutter.
See you, Weaver. Anyway, we got, looking outside, and I'm starting to make more sense of the local geography, if we can really call it geography when it's a bunch of space stations. All these hexagonal components, those are probably the structure operations. I work at the bottom of one of those. But I can see down here, I can see where I work. I can see the yard, so to speak. Conveniently cut off so you can't see the ship, so that if there were a ship there, you wouldn't have to see it. That's funny. That's clever. I think it'd be cool if you could just see the ship outside between shifts. Not that I would ever use that feature because I open shift and when I salvage to completion. But then we also have this thing over here, which kind of feels like it's a salvage station. It's got the jacks over here. No master jack, but it's got like a barge in there, maybe. Maybe this is how they transport the ships for salvaging. There's the railgate, of course. There's the thing that's next to the railgate for some reason. There are these little spire things, which I have to assume they're fuel depots, but maybe that's just the Star Wars nerd in me talking. Anyway, let's go to the employee terminal. We got some messages I want to read. Particularly... none of these. Scanner mode, firmware, unknown, cross-spectrum scanner, analyze assets of electrical fuel and coolant. Develop key, yep. Objects mode. Spark-free demolition, ECU. Pulse, okay, yeah, this is okay. I comprehend what's going on. Maybe. Potentially. You know, I was warned of mysterious ships showing up. I have yet to see any. Let's check the equipment. How's my... Okay, 90% across the board. Good enough. Any upgrades to get? Oxygen recharge. Eh. I don't really concern myself with that. We're rank 16. We're almost at the purchase rank, which I'm very excited for. We're gonna own our own means of destruction. Anyway, let's find a ship. We need something with ion coils. And look no further than this thing, I guess. Let's see what else we got. I remember that ship from last time. We just sort of dismantled it awkwardly and without warning. Class 2 reactor, thruster 2. Yeah, it seems like the ions are only on the geckos. Now, I don't see any reasonable difference between these two. Well, heavy cargo, stargazing research. Interesting. Interesting. What do we go for? What do we want? What do we want to salvage? Gecko, interlink, stargazer. Yeah, I don't see a reasonable difference. Let's just go with the Stargaze research variant. Because it sounds cool. It do sound cool. Hey, we're here.
Man, don't know about all of you, but ghost ships really creep me out.
I mean, they're not really ghost ships, Kai. Just a malfunctioning AI. Nothing to be afraid of.
I'm not so sure. They give me a really weird feeling, especially with that high-pitched scream when you cut them.
Wait. What scream?
Yeah, like, you know, when you cut them.
What are you talking about?
I'm really confused right now. You're not hearing this? Are you messing with me?
I swear. Kai, we're not messing with you.
You're hearing it too, Cutter, right?
It's just a lot of superstition around these things. Like Lou said, just a pile of old AI tech. Nothing more.
Concerning.
Airlock pressurizing.
Man, this place is orange. There we go. Hey, how we doing? How's the weather in here, I guess? I guess this is where the weather is. Well, would you look at that if it isn't one of those nuclear radiation panels I've heard so much about. Oh, I'm so happy to have to deal with that thing. Real happy about the circumstances that I'm dealing with. Yep, those circumstances, real good circumstances to be a part of right now. I'm really happy about this. The circumstances are pretty darn good. Yep, that's a good circumstance. I'm happy with the circumstances. If I were to describe these circumstances, they would be described in a very positive way. That is just how circumstantial they are. Okay, so let's talk about depressurizing. First off, how the heck do I get to the thruster is my first question. I would like to know that before... Ooh, data. Alright, so I have the rebreather. It's the most basic form of the rebreather, but I have one. Now I just need to figure out how to get to... Aha! Well... Okay, so... they've decided to make atmosphere regulation difficult today, I see. Great, you know, I can work with this. I can work with this. I just need a good understanding of the structure of the ship. No, that's what I need. Totally the thing I need right now. Okay, so... the ultimate question, which will decide whether or not this is a good idea or not, is the space directly outside this door pressurized or not? Because I can see the fuse canister there, and CMPT is there saying, you know, pressure. I think this is pressurized, which means we should be able to do the following. Okay. Step 1. Lasers. Okay. Step 2.
Salvage it destroyed. Don't do that.
It's fine. It was an aluminum panel. Okay. Now that we have this clear, we have an open access to the exterior superstructure of the entire ship. We can now use this atmospheric regulate. Why do I even bother? Why do I even freaking bother? Okay, it is clear to me that there is no safe way to depressurize this ship. Therefore, we are simply going to have to unsafely depressurize this ship. Because apparently, when you try to do the right thing, it don't let you. Wait, why is the regulator entirely unavailable? Was it always unavailable? If I close this door, is the regulator suddenly available? Because it's showing online. Okay, you're broken. But what if you were broken and sealed? Unavailable. What is the meaning of this? Was I doomed from the start? Or, like, was removing this panel a bad idea? Let me activate the atmospheric... This entire ship is gonna go big the moment I cut a hole in it. I hate this. Does this work?
Airlock depressurizing.
Yeah, that works. Why does this have the decency to work?
Airlock pressurizing.
Also, why does it cause the game to lag heavily? All these questions and more. Here. Oh, wait. That might have done it. You available? Are you available? No. Okay, it is clear to me that I must operate on the assumption that this vehicle is going to spontaneously explode the moment I cut a hole anywhere in it. As a result of this, I would very much appreciate finding a way to cut a hole in this ship from outside the ship. What's our options here? Thermal spreader. Cryohazard. Okay, I'm gonna let that be. Oh no. I think it's fracturing the hull just by being cold. First salvage of the day. Potentially only salvage of the day at this rate. Already a disaster. Is there any way to cut a hole in the ship? Yeah. Yeah, I can think of one. I'm about to perish. I am about to perish. Yeah, the moment I release that, this whole thing's going. Well, it's been nice knowing you. No. Get back here. Nope. No. Okay. Hand here. Okay, the radiation filter is holding. An atmospheric regulator somewhere broke. Don't know where. Okay. Ship's depressurized. Okay, mission accomplished. Oh, you know what? I should have taken the atmospheric regulators off the wall if I was dedicated to not using them. Yeah, that was probably my bad there. But look, I depressurized the ship. You know, you can't, that's just how it, One day I'll say words. Has the railgate fired? No. Guess it's not a railgate day. Alright, now that the ship's been depressurized, we can start ripping it to shreds. How did stuff get over there? I guess it bounced off the airlock. Wait a minute. No. Darn.
Account credited.
Yeah, okay. Silverfish. What? Okay, this is a silverfish, apparently. I don't know what that means in the context of it being a panel on the ship. Apparently something. Okay. let's just go back to the exterior for a second. Solar batteries. Those sound like a nice cuttable object. Why do they have momentum? Like, I hit them and they immediately, like, moved towards the ship. Do they, as solar batteries, have some sort of, like, solar repulsion? Are they semi-magnetic? Wouldn't put it past them. I mean, they are batteries. They are electromagnetic, just by default.
Credits deposited.
All right, we're getting salvage. We're making profit. The disaster area phase of the operation is over for now.
Salvage deposited. Applying
Okay.
credit to account.
Let's start working on the superstructure so that we can start making room for some pulls. To use the lingo arguably correctly. Okay, so the thermal paste is still complaining. In retrospect, I probably should have removed it before I ripped out the stuff. Independent of all that, we also are in possession of a Class 2 reactor, a fuse, well, power thing, and that nuclear filter. We are gonna need to deal with all of this, but not now. I've got some cut points to divide in half. Hey! Stay cool.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Really glad the ghost ship is not a thing I have to deal with. I do not handle spooks well.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Okay, so here's the nuclear filter. Before we deal with the nuclear filter, let's get these giant panels of death and destruction out of the way.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
Oh my goodness, I have an
Applying
idea.
credit.
You can use coolant spray to, like, dissipate the nuclear cloud of death. So what if we used the nuclear spray to dissipate the cloud of death? So the coolant spray, not the nuclear spray. Do not spray nuclear material. Is nuclear material, like... I guess the correct term is radioactive. We don't necessarily need to deal with nuclears here. Alright, so I want, even though I can't, to separate the filter from the rest of the ship without separating the filter from the rest of the ship. Okay, I don't want to necessarily remove it from the ship, but I want to separate it so that it's not... like, there won't be any, like, chain reactions when pulling it. I don't want to cascade no resonances.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Not about that life. Is this piece actually separated? Oh, maybe it's doing the thing that it does. Anyway.
valuable object accepted for processing.
See ya. Hey, what's the big idea? Still being connected to the rest of the ship. Think you're better than me because you're a giant nanocarbon rectangle folded over itself to be a hull conforming shape? I'll conform your hull to the processor. Give me that attitude. Am I losing my sanity slowly on this job? Talking to random pieces of nanocarbon that have the audacity to still be attached when it's my fault that they're still attached? You gotta wonder, you know? You gotta wonder. Wonderment is necessary. I see those aluminum panels below me. Don't think I'm gonna accidentally cut them.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
There we go. Okay. Situated above me is the resident nuclear reactor. Boink. Kaboom. Situated to my left is access to the... Ooh, new poster. Dr. Doris invented the railgate. Thank you for doing that. I have this comprehension that it was a cool thing you did. You're disconnected somehow. But not enough? Why wouldn't it be enough? Gotta love the ability to impart impulse on reality. Classical physics maneuver. Not necessarily classical physics, but it's a physics maneuver and it's a classic. What do you think they're gonna call modern eras when the modern era is no longer modern? Like, I'm pretty sure they called, like, every era the modern era, unless they were giving it a catchy, cool name, like the Renaissance.
Salvage deposit accepted.
But,
Credits
like,
transferred.
it's only modern up to a point where it's not modern anymore. I think we have this tendency to just casually assume that we exist in a single era. It's just the modern era, and perhaps calling it the modern era is unhelpful.
Registered.
Though I
Transferring
suppose that
credits.
the best way to name eras is in retrospect. Like, you don't know what an era is gonna do, how it's gonna be. It has to have happened, and then you understand what that era was about. I guess modern is just sort of a placeholder. It's just a way of saying the era we're currently in, not to be confused with any eras that actually have names.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Alright, I'd argue that's about half of the ship hull, like outer hull, dismantled. Pretty good if I do say so myself. And I do say so myself because I want to say so. Object processed. Transferring credits. Good, good, good. So, with a bit of a safety margin given to us, we can now shift our focus towards major dismantling efforts, such as, for instance, ejecting the thrusters. Ejecting of the thrusters is important because it will allow us to do the reactor thing.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Great. Now let's get there. How do I get there? Here's how I get there. What the heck? Are you even attached to the ship? What happened to you? Is that my fault? Like, did the depressurization knock you free?
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
How about on this side? Okay, you're attached. I don't know what the other guy's problem is.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Dude. Nice.
Salvage deposit registered.
Can
Account credited.
salvage you. I'm salvaging. What percentage of time do you think game devs of this game, or any game, but I mean this game right now because of the reason I'm asking, spend watching other people play the game? I understand that's the whole concept of playtesting, but usually it's done in a more, like, the player records their actions and explains their experience, and then the game dev has to sort of troubleshoot why they had any particular problem or opinion. Possibly checking the footage at particular points to, you know, gauge experience of one thing or the other. Or they're just like, it's a guided experience where, like, the dev is there and the player's there and they just sort of watch, but for like a short burst of time. Maybe there's some sort of post-launch bug hunt system where, like, a bunch of devs or the QA team go to other people's streams to watch if the streamer discovers any bugs or not. You might think that if an individual playing a game in a public setting, such as this, encounters a bug, that it would be very, like, public, like, they'd probably clickbait the heck out of it in some way, shape, or form. Like, oh my goodness, I found this glitch and it's glitching, and like, whoa. And then the devs would be very cognizant of it happening. It'd be very public that the glitch exists and they would have to deal with it, perhaps. But say, for instance, in the case of that antenna orb thing that wasn't attached to the ship, was it originally attached to the ship and I just accidentally knocked it off somehow? Or was it accidentally not attached to the ship at all? Was that intentional or not? I don't know. And it's these weird edge cases that I wonder if only a dev would know if it's intentional or not, but are so mundane that nobody would notice whether or not it was something to be acknowledged as unintended behavior, let's say.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
I don't know. Also, if there are any devs of this game watching this stream or this recording of the stream, hello! Thank you for making this game. I very much enjoy it. I would like to jokingly sponsor one of the companies in the game while simultaneously unjokingly sponsor you as the real-life company. I think that would be fun. I mostly want to do this out of my own personal enjoyment factor, not necessarily for any monetary gain, but I think the joke lands better if there's actual monetary, like there's a double layer of sponsorship. I wonder if that could be a thing, like I become an employee in the game and like I like one of those race car suits or the stickers that I have. One of those stickers is like you get extra money because you're repping the brand. I don't think that's necessary. Lynx Corporation seems to have a pretty solid like public relations department. I don't think they need any extra help, and I don't think they would monetize any extra help either. But there's more than Lynx Corporation. There's whoever owns the ship. There's
Warning.
the delivery
Fuel
people.
levels are low. Fuel
We can
supplies
work
are available for
something
purchase
out.
at the Master Jack.
I asked Quint about this, and Quint wants us to actually be a company before we like acquire sponsorships or attempt to acquire sponsorships. But this is like a fun sponsorship, right? This isn't I desperately need money and need to acquire funding and I will go to a company and like advertise the product for them. This is me wanting to do something fun with the developers of a game I like.
Thank you for your purchase.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Have a
Like,
nice
we can make something work. We can. Oh, I pulled on the nuclear reactor. That could have gone bad. Fortunately, it didn't. Are you dislodged, or you still got some? Still got something attaching you, or are you just very heavy? Are keels heavy? What are you? You're like a lock chain, or like some sort of tether hook. Unfortunately for you, I already have a tether, and it's cooler than yours. So, like, are you attached to anything? I reckon you must be. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, plenty. Alright, now you're free. Meanwhile, let's get these panels out of the way so I can actually get rid of the keel in one long, swift motion. Anything up here making it difficult? Not seeing any complications. Let's tether. Oh wait, are you physically attached to this bulwark? Let's see. You're separated. You're free. You're fine. You, on the other hand, coming through. I just tried to, like, Gary's mod lock it in place. That was hilarious. That is not in any way, shape, or form how that works, but dang if my subconscious brain didn't try. Top keel. Really still connected to the ship. Like, very still connected to the ship. Here we are. Do you think I should publicly inform the creators of this game that I am streaming their game? Like, I don't think that the makers of this game would have any problem with me streaming the game, but do you think if I told them I was streaming the game, do you think that would, like they would be happy that I told them? Like, do you think they would like to be informed of that?
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Like, it'd be something that makes them happy? Like, it would improve their... Like, maybe they're having a bad day at the office trying to make Homeworld 7 or Empire at War 2. I'm making up games that are attributed to random companies just to be funny. But, like, what if they're going out making, like, Hardspace 2 Space Harder, and they want to They want to know that what they're doing is good and worthwhile and that people appreciate it. Well, look no further. I'm playing this game. And maybe they would like to know that. Maybe we could tell them. Aha! That's the trick. That's what I was missing. Alright. Time for the sensor array. Maybe they... Okay, so I'm arguing with myself here on whether or not I should inform the developers of this game that I've been playing the game. On one hand, they'd probably feel a sense of, like, satisfaction that a good game has been made, that one additional person is enjoying playing it. But on the other hand, if everyone who plays this game did that, it would probably be very loud and obnoxious, and I don't want to be contributing to any sense of obnoxious interruption by just being a million people. I don't know if they feel that way, like, consciously. Like, they'd probably feel just... They'd probably, like, mentally approximate it in their brain as a single wave of appreciation. But I don't know. At some point, appreciating too much becomes tedious. That said, I don't hear many people talk about Hardspace anymore. Maybe they're in a lull period where nobody's telling them that their game is great. And maybe they need one lone hero to emerge from the shadows and inform them that their game is pretty darn good. And I could potentially be that hero for some reason. And then maybe we can talk about the sponsorship with the delivery service in this game. Don't do this. Do not go in the incinerator. Furnace, whatever. How long is the processor? I know we can't see the end of it, but like how far does it go? Yeah, it just evaporates to a point. Like geometrically, it can't be longer than the station I'm in right now. So like, it can only be up to that far. But I don't think there's anything in a ship that is longer than that. You could fit an entire ship in there. In fact, I've done it before. I've taken an entire macro, just processed it without doing any work. Oh, there's a light bulb on it? I missed the light bulb on it. Alright. Prepped air to keel. Uh-oh. Don't go in the incinerator. To anyone who dares suggest that I just cut the keel into smaller portions clearly does not understand the importance of mastering the manipulation of space and time. Mostly space in this instance, but sometimes time. Like, you want me to just not master space and time? You know, this adds credence to my theory that... Oh, no, never mind. There it goes. I've created a seesaw. That's not a seesaw. Troublesome. Alright, fine, I'll cut it in half, I'll cut it in half. I don't know if I can cut it in half. I'd have to get close enough to cut it in half. Which is a risky proposition. I mean, I can definitely cut this in half.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Okay, I need to get close enough that I can cut this. Go! Whoa! Alright, it seems as stuck as usual. Come on! There we go. Oh, what? No, 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 nope. Almost. Oops. Hold on you. Oh. We're free.
Processing valuable.
We're free. Okay. That took way too long. On this episode of Hardspace Shipbreaker, Exception struggles to process one piece of nanocarbon. Tune in next week for the exciting conclusion to this character arc. Again, I'm getting air and fuel just out of shame. Just because I need a break from dealing with that.
Welcome to Vintage 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
Thank you, and have a splendid evening. Ooh. Fancy sort of, like, tactical overview window port. Probably unpleasant to actually use because it's so small,
Credits awarded.
but definitely looks cool.
Salvage goal obtained.
Oh, we obtained a
Additional
salvage goal.
rewards assigned.
Is that freed you? Are you free? What are these physics I'm seeing? I'm gonna go in here because it's probably safer. Move to flight terminal. Anything else that might possibly be keeping this thing stuck in place? A chair? Negative on the chair. Negative on anything over here. It feels like it's pulling the entire ship instead of just this section. Oh, it's arced it forwards. Maybe that's a problem. Let's try arcing up. That's movement. That's movement. I think we've cleared the tower. There's no tower, but I think we've cleared it anyway. Excellent. Get your gecko in gear, Co. If I were to... Okay. I know that... I promise you, my continued talking about the whole sponsorship thing is purely because I think it would be fun.
Salvage secured.
Moving on to the rest of my statement. What company do you think would be... Okay, I admittedly don't remember every single company that exists in the Hardspace universe. Or, well, any of them, really, other than Lynx Corporation, but that's because I work there. Like, what company do you think would be good to sponsor? Like, there's some of the shipbuilding companies that build the ships. There's, like... We see some of the branding for ships that are purchased and used that we're salvaging now. I know that this one's supposed to be a research ship of some kind, and therefore isn't very advertised upon. Though I have removed all the hull, and therefore would see it anyway. Maybe there was, like, advertisements, like some branding. But my brain just glossed over it, because I'm not here to look at posters, I'm here to dismantle walls. They had a poster for the person who invented the railgate. That was cool. Do I care about the aluminum? No. Why do I feel upside down? Oh, it's because I am. You know, sometimes you lose your orientation in space. It happens when you have so many directions you could possibly look in. Okay. Next up, I think, is the nuclear reactor. We've removed the thermal. So now we need to remove the coolant.
Object accepted for processing.
And by the thermal, I mean the thrusters. The coolant, very conveniently, is right here. Wait! We don't need to remove the coolant right now. Okay, so remember Operation Cold Open? That happened because we removed all the power of the ship before removing the thrusters, and therefore we couldn't remove the thrusters because we couldn't turn the handle.
Deposit accepted. But
we've removed the thrusters already, which means we can now work on the power system. Right, we got no... Fuses are free. Gotcha!
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
I'm gonna salvage goal while dismantling a fuse. Lights are green. Let's pull this power gen. That's gonna be some mighty fine profit. That's profit.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Alright, let's look over here. We got some junk that can go in the processors. I shouldn't call it junk. I am getting paid to turn this stuff into not junk. Or I'm getting paid to remove it so that it can be turned into not. You know, that's a matter for the processing division to deal with. Alright. So, now we can deal with the reactor. Question about the reactor. How do we deal with the reactor? I know how, but I want to think about methods. I've always left the entire reactor casing intact before pulling the reactor. I don't know if that's necessary. If I was able to remove some of the paneling before removing the coolant, it would make the actual reactor pull much faster.
Valuable object processed.
So I just wonder if that should be what I do instead. I should probably, like, take a training course on learning whether or not that's actually, like, feasible.
Applying credit to account.
Like, what exactly starts the meltdown in a Class 2 reactor, aside from removing all the dang coolant?
Processing valuable object.
Well, we're going.
Awarded. Reactor meltdown sequence triggered. Urgent action required.
Yeah, I'm actioning. I'm actioning quite urgently, in case you haven't noticed. You don't see that every day. Go, go, go! Good.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Mission complete.
Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid. Object processed. Transferring credits.
Wait, did I just jump up nearly an entire salvage grade by just pulling the... I mean, it's a reactor. Like, of all the parts of the ship to be the most valuable, it's probably going to be the reactor. Power system in close second, apparently. But we also have this radioactive filter. I don't know if it's valuable. I just know that it's dangerous. I also don't actually remember what thing it goes in. Probably the barge. And now that it's the only real threat left on the ship, we should probably address it. However, in order to address it, I want to make sure the area surrounding it is clear. How do we do that? Like this. So the theory behind my actions is that if the nuclear waste expands, which it will because it does that, and square cube law and all. It's not even the square cube law, it's just, well, it's the linear square law. For every, like, when you double the distance from a source of a three-dimensional sphere of stuff, its area of effect on you decreases by the square of the distance, not the regular linear distance.
Salvage deposit registered.
Square cube law is a
Account credited.
different thing. It's like a correlation between, like, mass of a thing and like tensile strength of
Salvage
like,
deposit
its
accepted.
appendages,
Credits transferred.
and provides like theoretical maximums for the size of any particular animal, which is why the fact that megafauna ever existed is weird.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Like, we had dinosaurs, those were large, they had to be super heavy. How do you get a dinosaur that big to like walk without being like, oh now my legs they hurt because I'm
Credits deposited.
reaching the compressive strength limit of freaking bone. Wild. Dinosaurs are cool.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Have dinosaurs become like less cool, or I mean not less cool, but less of a popular topic in recent times, or is that just because
Salvage accepted.
there's a particular
Credit applied.
demographic who are big fans of dinosaurs, and I just don't happen to be one of them, so I'm not subscribed to like the dinosaur news, like the dinosaur weekly newsletter or anything. Oh, ladder. There you go. Yeah.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Okay. Very few electrical systems remain in the close proximity to this. Or Umbra emissions. Here we go. Okay. Put in the barge. Okay. Grab. Oh, you're wider than I thought you were. Okay, so it won't actually impart any radiation until it's like until you hit it with something. Good to know. Checking the value bar. How much salvage gold do I get for that? Wait for it. Hey,
Salvage deposit registered.
it's half a million.
Account credited.
It's pretty good. Ooh. You've seen better days. Alright, what's left? A bunch of electrical components inside the system, but other than that, to just salvage the entirety of the inner hull. Thermal. What? What? Oh, did that one thermal spreader finally propel itself out into the great beyond? If so, that's hilarious. Good luck to it on its journey.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit. to
Alright,
account.
very little in the front of the ship, just a bunch of ambient lights. In the back, we have a lot of electrical systems. Well, that's the best way to get these out into Terra Outer Earth. I mean, it's not terra firma, we're not on the ground. How are you supposed to be terra firma when you're not on the ground? It's over there.
Salvage secured.
Question is, how do we
Account
get
credit
there?
applied.
Thermal plates? Right, thermal spreader. We have options. We have openings that we can exploit. Like this one. Ew. Gotcha. Salvage destroyed. Don't chastise me for that. Salvage destroyed. Bank table. There you go. Ha ha! hello, plate of nuclear shielding. Go away.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Oh.
Material accepted.
Bonk. Alright, now we just bring out the basic but valuable custom resources. That table just phased out of existence. One minor critique I have about the game, it needs to work on its dither distance. Need to have a bit better of a logical system to decide whether or not to dither a particular piece of material. Because a lot of the time I feel like it happens a bit too close. I get you don't want to render absolutely tiny parts that are so far away you don't have to worry about them, but sometimes they're relevant.
Deposit secured. Credits awarded.
And like you don't want to use the transparency trick because adding transparency to an object live is like it's probably even more expensive.
Secured. Credits deposited.
So you dithered. And I get that. But maybe you could get that a little further. Maybe that's a setting. Maybe it's just my fault. Maybe I haven't messed with the in-game graphical settings enough. I usually just trust the default, personally.
Applying credit to account.
Like it just hasn't come up as an issue. You know, these mattresses are a lot thinner than I was expecting. They really skimped out on the on the bed design.
Raw material accepted.
I thought, oh, the mattress must go down to the entire length of the walls. No, it's just that. Yeah, this is definitely economy designing. Don't go in there, you heck. Economy accommodations.
Your oxygen reserve.
What?
Raw material deposited.
I'm suffering the consequences of needing to breathe? This is outrageous. What have I done to deserve this? Give me air.
Oxygen
Give me
level
fuel.
stabilizing.
Alright, back to what I was doing. Getting real inconvenienced by the need to breathe. I know you can turn that off, but
Salvage deposit registered.
I'm performatively
Account
upset
credited.
about the need to breathe. Like it's an immersive inconvenience. That's an interesting sentence I made. Immersive inconvenience. That is... I mean, it's a very... it's very real.
Salvage
Like,
deposit secured.
not necessarily the name of the concept, but like it's a real phenomenon that I notice. Inconveniences make you immersed. They make you mentally engaged and therefore emotionally engaged in what's going on. One could argue that inconvenience is the entire essence of being engaged in a thing. The problems inside the thing you're immersed in become
Applying credit.
the most prevalent thing despite not being real. Oh man, that is deep concepts. Deep lore. Not deep lore, but just deep philosophical musings. I do that a lot.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
But I only think I think the musics that I have are only deep because I get away with it. is people let me get away with having
Salvage
just
deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
silly things. Silly episodes of contemplation. And everyone's just like, alright, cool, we're just gonna let that be meaningful in your brain. And they let it be meaningful in my brain, and my brain gets to be meaningful. And I undermine my point by failing to use proper English grammar.
Salvage goal achieved. Rewards allocated.
The heck? These are embedded in the they're not embedded in the floor, they're just... Okay, they were embedded in the floor, but they clipped out of the floor to be unembedded.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Antenna base. They want me to care about the antenna base? No. I don't care if it's nanocarbon, it's going in the barge.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
This place was real big on the hydroponics. I know this was a research vessel. It was called the Stargazer,
Account
but
credited.
maybe that was just like a classification name, not necessarily an astronomical vessel. Maybe they were researching plants. Or, due to their long duration
Applying credit.
scientific operations in, maybe deep space or away from any stations, they needed a great deal of hydroponics in order to be able to have rations for the whole trip. Like, they couldn't just have a supply of food, and I didn't see any food supplies on this entire ship. Well, aside from just like individual chip bags, but very few storage bins. It was mostly, actually I'm holding storage bins right now. But it's very centered around the hydroponics, and I have to assume that's because this vessel was designed for long duration, self-sustained operation of a small crew.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Are the windows always this foggy on the hydroponics thing? Or is that a consequence of me removing all the air?
Secured. Account credit applied.
Like, oh no, there's plants. That's a, I don't know what that is. You are even more weird. Alright, we're 1 for 3 on normal looking plants. I'll take it. Actually, I won't take it. The barge will take it. I don't have to take any of this. I'm free of all responsibility of having to deal with any of this exotic plant matter. That's not my department. It's the processing's problem now. They want to look at the hydroponic containers and perform taxonomy on exotic alien plants or whatever. Go ahead. Go freaking ahead.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
What am I going to do about it? I'm going to throw boxes into the barge, and you're going to have to classify them, process them, and get processing.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I say this like I'm trying to be spiteful. I don't actually care. I'm fine. I'm just throwing it in the barge. That's all I do. Well, no, I throw it into other places as well, but right now it's barge time.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
More inconvenient because I have to keep moving myself. A question. If it is possible of doing something in a game without a particular feature of the game, is that feature of the game necessary?
Salvage deposited.
For example,
Applying credit to account.
I believe it is theoretically possible to beat this game without using the thruster, ever. You can grapple yourself around with
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
the union of jacks around. Oh, grapple's damaged. The union of jacks around provide ample directions that you can grapple yourself to and from locations. The ship can be grappled to. The thruster is not necessary, in a sense. So, question. should the game have the grapple in it, or the thruster in it, sorry. If the thruster is unnecessary, then maybe you want it removed for the inconvenient immersion feature that we talked about a few minutes ago. That's a wild concept, don't you think? Just make the game harder because it's more immersive? A casual example that it doesn't pertain to this game at all. I, in my spare time, just in my free time for my own comfort and relaxation, play a lot of Creeper World 4 custom maps. Particularly, I enjoy the lightweight play as Creeper or LPAC maps. But what I like to do in those maps, to as much capability as I can, is to play only using the eggs. You typically get eggs to like drop like creep bombs on areas, but you also get boosts that can make your emitters more powerful. I try and avoid using that as much as possible and just go pure egg. And a lot of the times, I succeed. There are some times where it's literally impossible. But sometimes it isn't. And those times where it isn't, I, in my brain, have a more enjoyable time because I'm playing only using like one aspect, and it becomes a more engaging thing because it's more difficult. So the question is, should there be an LPAC without the boost so that it's the way other people play? And now that I'm saying it out loud, the answer is probably almost definitively no, because playing with eggs is in some ways long and tedious, and though it's an immersive inconvenience for me, it might be an unimmersive inconvenience for other people. But I would like these sort of custom like ways of playing a thing, these self-imposed challenges or variations, to be, I guess, public. I would like my accomplishments to be publicly recognized. I guess that's what challenges are for. Like, you play a game with a self-imposed challenge, and then you can like advertise it on your local video platform of choice. Daily Motion, Nico Video, I don't know. Where do people put videos these days? Is Daily Motion still around? Is Nico Video like still the #1 popular choice? I say all of this facetiously, as I understand that the monopoly winner of heckin' video content is YouTube itself. But I'm just pretending in a world where YouTube doesn't exist for a second. Because it doesn't have to exist. Like, why bother?
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
The answer is it's probably the most convenient and the most public, but what if... I mean, the convenience is obviously the benefit, but what if the publicity isn't? What if you just want to put up a video? I mean, I guess then you have, like, Google Drive to upload your videos. But, okay, what if you want it to be publicly accessible, but not on a platform full of heavily, I guess, curated, monetized? Like, what if you just want... If you just want Tumblr for exclusively videos, then I guess you just put a video on Tumblr. But Tumblr's video system is bad, so they should make it good. I don't freaking know. I'm just a person who has opinions and ideas. Mostly ideas. I don't like having opinions. It stresses me out.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
I don't have the emotional capacity to have opinions for an extended period of time. Storage bin? More like storage balance. Quint, I really hope you're not watching. That was a terrible pun, and I'm sorry if I'm inflicting physical pain on you. Okay, to everyone who's watching that isn't Quint, don't tell Quint. To everyone who's watching who is Quint, no, you're not. Don't. You didn't see that. You didn't hear that.
Processor deposit accepted.
Didn't happen.
Credits awarded.
What am I talking about? Nothing.
Salvage goal achieved. Reward allocated.
Like 8 p.m. German time. Quinn will be busy eating dinner or whatever. I'm free. No witnesses. No witnesses. The perfect crime. Wait, why am I removing this table? It's already going in the incinerator. Oops. Meant to cancel velocity,
Salvage
not
accepted.
throw.
Credit applied.
Okay, Quint hasn't said anything in ironic retaliation. I think we're in the clear. The simple joy of getting away with something. I enjoy it very much, but I never actually have any...
Salvage deposit confirmed.
I never really get the chance to get away with stuff. I mean, you can get away with stuff, but in the sense that it's something you weren't supposed to get away with. Triumphing over some, like, perceived notion that you're not supposed to. And the enjoyment of doing that. I get away with a lot, but I get away with a lot because I'm allowed to do a lot. Like, as much as I desire to be a sneaky and crafty evil genius, the circumstances I in just permit, like, the actions I want to perform are allowed and acceptable. I can't scheme evilly because, like, everyone's fine with it.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
What am I supposed to do? I need a more hostile game-playing environment where I can be an evil genius who performs, like, cartoon villain-esque shenanigans that
Salvage secured.
are actually, like, opposed, or that I have targets who will experience the consequences of my I need rival. I need an antagonist. I need to be an antagonist. I've wanted this for a while. This is a known desire, but recently I'm trying to figure out a way if I can get onto, like, a simple public Minecraft server to, like, join some faction that exists in some sort of rival conflict with another faction to do something. Just so I can do something. I want to be sneaky. I want to
Salvage accepted.
spy on a people. I want to sabotage a thing. I want to do these things. If anyone knows any good, like, low-profile Minecraft servers that could use an agent of chaos to... Or not even an agent of chaos, just an agent to perform targeted chaos in a location where I will be able to perform shenanigans and I will be... you know, like, opposed, antagonized, but in, like, a friendly sense. Like friendly antagonism. If you know a good friendly antagonism Minecraft server, please tell me about it so I can go there. I'm not about the competitions. I'm not about the, like, wealth or fame. I just want to be, I want to be a participant in fake geopolitical shenanigans. I want to be a shenanigan lord. Lord of the shenanigan. A shenanigoon, if you will. One who shenanigans. The Shenandoah River. Country roads. Take us home. Are you moving? Negative on the motion. Motion failed. Not enough votes. Well, it's clear to me what we have to do. We have to cut the entire dang ship in half. Hey ship, you cut in half yet? Well, that'll do it. Only thing left is the fuel pipe. Wait, is it left? Because if I recall, it just connects to the thrusters, which no longer exist. Alright, new question. Why isn't it moving? Is it connected to here? No, there's a physical gap there. You! I see you. I see you. I see you ruining my plans. Get cut. You're still connected somehow. You! Yes! Vengeance. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna cut this coolant pipe. Yeah, get over it. Destroyed red rectangle. Oops, gotta twist and turn. Alright, that's free. For my next trick, I'm gonna make this ship disappear.
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below.
I guess that's my cue to go
level.
breathe. Gotta go in my company mandated air brake. Man, I could turn that into a great pun somehow.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Valuable object processed.
Pink. Alright, give me the air.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Oh. How's this going? Wait, is that a... There's a piece of the hull I never salvaged? Oh, you're just hiding there at the bottom of the world. Wait, are you stuck?
Processor deposit accepted.
Are you
Credits
yourself too large to be moved? No, you're moving, just very, very slowly. Should I speed this up? I mean, I could cut the ship in half again. Will that be all? Okay, this I don't understand. Why has to... Oh, right, these. Nearly forgot. There we go. This vessel will make a fine addition to my collection. It is me, the vampire General Grievous, for some reason. Running out of tethers. Better salvage yourself soon and quick. A light bulb. Yes. Were you stuck? I'm expecting full salvage marks. Don't get what? Wait, this is removable?
Material deposited.
Huh.
Account credit applied.
Never knew.
Processing object.
I think you know a guy.
Applying credits to account.
Yeah, I'm destroying doors. What of it? So, like, what's your excuse? Get in there. Don't make me cut you in half again. I will bifurcate the heck out of you.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
That's more like it.
Salvage goals fully completed. Report
Yeehaw.
assigned.
Astonished that did not give me enough to level up. Wait, the ECU's gotta go on the barge. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a close one. I almost lost an ECU's worth of salvage. What is an ECU's worth of salvage? I don't know. About this much.
Salvage deposit registered.
Alright, that's it.
Account credited.
Other supplies are dropping.
Yeah, I'm dumping every single tether into getting this one into port. Move,
Caution.
darn you.
No tethers. Please refill supplies.
Then I'm going to stand over here and I'm going to sit here, wait for that to go into the incinerator. Furnace, whatever.
Caution.
Ouch.
Helmet damage detected.
Welcome to Venditron 9000. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your
Tethers restored.
Gotta spend more tethers on this darn thing. For reasons unknown to myself, I am spontaneously thinking about the Defunct Land episode on Fast Pass. Just thinking about the concept of lines and how they work
Raw material
casually.
processed. Credits deposited.
Anyway, that should finally be a successful salvage. Good, good. So that's about as good as you can get.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
Oxygen,
Thank you for your
fuel.
purchase.
We got repair kits, already bought some. Fill up the tethers.
Thank you for your
Tethers restored.
Let's get out of here. That's a big salvage. 31. Look at the debt. We're under $1 billion. We are sub-billion. We did it. We're no longer in poverty. We are totally in poverty. But we now have less than $1 billion in debt. This is great. It means that progress is happening, I guess. Shame about the thermal spreader we destroyed. So close. So close. Frustrated about this? Not really. But it is something to be frustrated about. I'm not gonna do it, you do it. I am
Hello,
receiving
Shipbreaker.
a
You
phone
have
call.
one incoming transmission waiting.
Hey, Rook.
Hey, Lou.
Lots going on, huh?
Yeah.
I hope you're doing okay. I've been checking in on the others, too. Everyone's pretty spooked right now.
Yeah, for more reasons than
You
one.
know, I've been wondering if it'd be better for me to keep my head down. I've been fighting my whole life. And, well, I'm tired. And I can't tell how much I'm risking myself or risking others. Sometimes feels like no one else is really on the same side. Like, I'm the only one trying. Maybe it's not worth all the energy and risk. Sometimes I wish I was just back home, listening to tapes, tinkering with bikes, having a beer with my old man. Anyway, I'll let you get some rest. See you in the yard. Blue out.
Yeah. I am asleep. I'm awake.
Hello, Shipbreaker. Overnight genetic backup complete. Pattern deviation nominal.
New
Have a
poster.
good day.
31.8 million in the bank. Ooh, new sticker. Alright. The spook. Ship Doctor's got some progress for us.
It's time for some shipoplasty.
Got it.
Looks like a chronic case of overachievement.
ECU! We have one now.
Nice work. If I had a heart, I'd be proud.
Cool.
A flawless procedure. No complications.
Now all we need is a heatsink. Data recovery. We mining data. Cool. Alrighty. Let's go to the equipment terminal and repair our dang stuff. Grapple took a lot of punishment in that salvage. Alright, we're running out of time. It's been an hour and a half. I have a bit more time today than I usually do for the Thursday streams, but I don't want to have unlimited time. We're looking for a small ship with a heatsink. Huh. Like, you know, that's a... Yeah, that's a circumstance. Yeah, a little this, a little that, all this, all around yep, that's but it's got no heatsink, so I have an excuse to not do that. Oy, yay. Alright, heatsink. We got Atlas, Mackerel, Gecko. We did a Gecko already. Mackerel heatsink found in databanks. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that. Especially not for not the first ship of the stream. If it were the first ship of the stream, then we'd be in for a wild ride. But we'll have to wait. Hey. Oh, it's not on yet. There we go.
Salvage
Guess it fell
deposit
out before the
secured.
bars could turn on.
Credits awarded.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Cabin. Always with the cabin. Okay.
Salvage deposited.
So,
Applying credit to account.
Tiber Transplanetary. Maybe they'll sponsor me. Oh! Boom! Nice. Ah, that ship's moving. Wait, if that ship's moving, then maybe we'll have our good old friend, the giant ship that came through here that one time. Not to be superstitious. Speaking of superstitious, how do I get in? Ah, airlock's over there. Great to know.
Airlock
I
depressurizing.
got a wrench. Here we go.
Airlock pressurizing.
And we're in. Ah, hello, terminal. So good to see. Looking for a heatsink? Excellent. Oh, your atmospheric regulator seems to have a little bit of a problem with it, huh? Please stand by. Like. Mega conglomeration. Cool. Liking what I'm seeing. So far, so good. Happy about all this. Open door. Hey, how's it going in here? Bonk. Bonk. How's the guy supposed to get to the other half of the ship? Is it like this? Do I just loose right in? Switch right in on this side. Yeah. Look at me go. I'm exploring the inner reaches of a spaceship. Alright. I'm looking for the atmospheric regulator on the outside of the ship. Assuming there is one. There might not be. I really hope there is. Oh, this thing has a nuclear filter. Cool, cool. Just gonna shimmy my way past unsuccessfully to the place. Well, I can already tell on the electronic scanners that I'm not seeing a filter. So I'm lost. Okay, here we are. I'm hearing a passive background hum that is reminding me a bit too much of the music from Outer Wilds. You know the one. If you don't know the one, then I'm not telling you the one I'm talking about. Yep, looks good. Ooh. Hey, heatsink. Was it the same heatsink from earlier, or am I just forgetful? Anyway, atmospheric regulator. That one's broken, but I do remember seeing an operational one. Yes, there it is. Beep.
Air pressure level decreasing.
And just what do you think you're doing being a closed door? Okay, so... Aww. Thank you, Pertagon. Okay. The strategy. I can... What can I... I could depressurize the interior of the ship, but not the super structure. Huh? Wait. The superstructure is depressurized. What happened?
Depressurizing.
What? Then why did this door close? What? Oh. Why? I mean, I'm grateful, but why? How? This has become uncharacteristically easy. Hey Moon, how you doing? Do you think,
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
do you think the, like, unnecessary expenditure of fuel to increase speed to a location is gonna be something that, like, annoying rich people flaunt about? Like, for example, imagine using a Hoffman transfer. Oh, I almost blew myself up. I almost blew myself up. Okay, as I recover from the shock of nearly blowing myself up, also contemplate how the heck I'm actually gonna separate this from the rest of it. That work? No. Four, 8, 5. What is connecting you? I mean, I know I can do that, but... Oh, it's... Whoa, wait. What? Huh? Okay. I understand the physics of what's going on. I wasn't expecting this to be a double nacelle. Twin nacelle. It says it right there. I should have read. I should check for the nouns associated with what I'm doing. Alright, next question. How do I... Why are you still attached?
Account credit applied.
There we are. Good old the Astro Brewster Mark 7. Gotta love it. Alright, so I've emptied your fuel. This nacelle, twin nacelle. Twin nacelle? Yeah. Should be safe for easy deconstruction. That out. Begin the process of rotating you. Accidentally hit the girders. You've rotated too far, but it's okay. I can rotate you back and enter through the exit. Enter through the exit. That's a textbook oxymoron. Not even an oxymoron.
Applying credit.
It's paradoxical. That's for sure. Once again, you continue to move. Oh, they're all attached together because the pipes are bolted to the hull. Great. Glad I understand this. Now I understand how to deal with you. Don't. As far as this, I only really care about the hull connection. Like, these can... This is fine. This is fine. We're fine. Okay, it's separated. It's one large piece and it's gigantic, but it is separated. Little dance break. What's left of you? Lights?
Salvage secured.
Lights do not concern me. Bonk.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Let's salvage this. What?
Deposit accepted for processing.
Did I just rip off a panel from the outer shell? Bonk.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Okay. Moving along to the other side. Oh yeah, I should probably also salvage the back of the ship. I did remove it from everything else. You know, I'm hoping the nudge will add a bit more impulse to the large piece. Did it work? I don't know. Anyway. Power cell. Alright. The big problem.
Salvage registered.
The big question mark on this entire operation is, one, the class reactor. Class 1 reactor, not just a class reactor. Class reactor do be a class act, though.
Valuable object processed. Credit deposited.
Cannot fit. Don't matter, I'll just go around the other side. Even then, I think this part's ready to be detached. I see you. I see your gamma radiation. My own little personal demon core that I gotta deal with every once in a while. Like once per ship at this point.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Put a screwdriver in your works. Ba-boom! Not even a problem.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Easy.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I'm a professional at this game.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
I destroyed a light bulb at some point. Whatever. And I'll destroy more. I will not be stopped. I am on a quest to darkness, and that quest involves destroying the sources of light, which are literally, like,
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
luminescent filament of stuff. Yeah, that's right, of
Salvage
stuff.
deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Valuable
Oh, is it
object
because the
processed.
air filter
Credits awarded.
filtered the air? Is that how? Oh, there you go. Bing bang. Wait, there's stuff on it. Oh, it's all stuff for the barge anyway. Great! Why would you put chairs on the air filter? You're jeopardizing the integrity of the air filter. It's gonna stop filtering good. Unbelievable recklessness on the part of the crew here. Or at least whoever put those chairs there.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
I need the air filter. You use it to breathe?
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
I'm gonna make the assumption that the reason... Wait, I don't have to. I'm gonna make the assumption that the reason that this ship was made derelict was because the atmosphere regulator broke. It seems like it started a fire in the cabin. Okay. It's perhaps a false assumption that all of these ships that I am being ordered to disassemble are derelict in some way. Or even, like, faulty in any way. I mean, they're definitely faulty. The atmospheric regulators are broken. But it could just be a matter of buying a new ship was more cost-effective than the repairs. Like, maintenance costs got too high, so they sold it off for salvage, which I'm doing, and then they just bought themselves a new ship. Totally acceptable. I should not assume that all of these ships are, like, derelict, abandoned, wasteland pieces. Except for maybe those, like, crazy glitchy ones that I've never actually experienced firsthand. You know, maybe. How's the electricity arcing over empty space? Like, I didn't think an electrical current can run through a vacuum. It can go through air with great effort. It's called lightning. But can you, like... I mean, the magnetic field propagates through, which I guess could, like, cause some induction, but... Like, I don't know if the physics works so that there would be any sparking.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Despite my elemental attributes, I'm not that knowledgeable in the finer details of electrical engineering. I know the basics. I know resistors, I know capacitors, I know inductors, I know transistors pretty good. Like, if you asked me to calculate the resistance over a particular, like, resistor on a dang basic circuit, I could probably do that. Anything more complicated than that, though, we start running into problems.
Processing valuable deposit.
To the point where I'm not even sure what questions would be asked of me.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Like, what do they teach you in year 2 electrical engineering? I feel like once you get past the theory of, like, oh, this is AC current, this is DC current, these are your basic static electrical components. Here's a transistor, here's a resistor, here's a capacitor, here's a battery, 5 volts, the classic 5-volt battery.
Account credited.
We got a voltage source, we got a current source. You know, once you do that, once you get past that theory, I feel like it's a lot of practice after that, right? Like, you just are like, all right, here's a photovoltaic panel, here's some resistors, here's a light bulb with particular tolerances. It's got to make sure that you give it a voltage of, like, at least like a current above this, but not above that, otherwise it'll burn out. Build a Christmas tree. And then you build a Christmas tree and you get your doctorate. Okay, no, that doesn't get you. Christmas tree does not get you your doctorate. That gets you your bachelor's at best. Your doctorate is like inventing an electric toothbrush or something. That's someone's electrical engineering thesis. Make an electric toothbrush. Because, I mean, it's, you know, it's not... I think it'd be a decent test based on only the knowledge of electrical engineering that I personally have. You got to deal with the fact that you don't have a ground because it's going to be a physical object you hold, so it's got to be like, you know, static neutral. You've got to make sure it's watertight, otherwise you're going to short out some circuits. You have to have some sort of button system that like can activate a current that'll activate a tiny little electric motor. Maybe there's also some material science you got to do to make sure that you're, you know, vibrating a toothbrush and it doesn't like destroy all the electronics, but that you're vibrating at a frequency that'll actually make it successfully like help someone brush their dang teeth. There's considerations. Okay. I'll be honest. I have an interest in engineering, in electrical engineering. I'm a software engineer, but I'm interested in electrical engineering because I like the deep level, almost hardware stuff. I'm a C++ programmer. It comes with the territory. Not big a fan of databases or web development. I like the robotics kind of stuff. Well, admittedly, my origin was in game design, but you deal with a lot of like you're on the low end like hardware level of graphics because you got to deal with the graphics card, its processing speeds. You care very much about the efficiency of your processes.
Regular gentle exercise.
And I think that I would be interested in the basics of electrical engineering as well. I want to oscilloscope a thing. I think it would be cool. But I'm not really sure, like, what I would do with this forbidden knowledge, which is totally not forbidden at all. You can learn it at your local place. Okay, part of the electrical engineering, like, okay, if we want to take the exact midpoint between like software engineering that I am used to and electrical engineering, it'd probably be something along the lines of like Verilog or something. I don't know, programming with like hardware assumptions as your framework. I'm gonna program something in Verilog and then install it on
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Play Doom and program Doom and Verilog. Wouldn't that just be making an arcade cabinet at that point? Like just specific custom hardware to play a particular video. That's how they did it back in the day. That's what arcade cabinets were almost. They modularized a little bit so you could like swap out the games. But like that's kind of the point. The arcade days, you were almost like constructing a game out of hardware.
Salvage deposit registered.
Like we're talking early hardware, like arcade days. Late arcade days, you programmed a game, painted a case, and you were good to go.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
I wonder when my brain's gonna get to a point in this conversation.
Applying credit.
Nearly done though.
registered. Transferring credits.
Sorry, I did a little dance break. Probably unsolicited since I was in the middle of something.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Sorry. I saw half of the logo on that nanocarbon panel, and I'm going back to the whole sponsorship joke again. I apologize that this continues to be a thing, but, like, it'd be so funny. Like, I do my salvage, and then I finish my salvage, and I'm like, this salvage is brought to you by Tycon Transportation, or whatever.
Salvage secured.
That'd be great. I could make, like, a fake commercial. I could, instead of running ads on the stream, I could just play a pre-made video of a company that doesn't exist. That'd be so great.
Processing valuable deposit.
Maybe I'm thinking of
Credits transferred.
sponsorship in a bad way. Because when you think of video game sponsorships, you think of it as, okay, one, like a mobile company telling you to advertise their game while you do literally anything else. But also, just, like, if you're being sponsored by a game development studio, the assumption is that you're promoting their new game by playing it for the first time as a way of garnering attention to the game. But Hardspace Shipbreakers is already out. So there's no real reason to sponsor the game this late in its existence when the game is, like, done and made and complete and stuff. But I want like a NASCAR-ish sponsorship deal where you just, like, I want to advertise this game in the game, which is why I've layered this joke with advertising in-game companies in the game, whilst simultaneously being sponsored by the game company to be the game. I guess I want to be like the. I guess I want to be like the social figure for this game. Like, why would I have the right to do that? I don't know. Because I asked? The company doesn't even care. They've got other things to care about, like making cool games. Why sponsor them when you can just make the game good and word of mouth will get you pretty far? Which then goes back to the real reason I'm doing this. I think it'd be funny. I think the people who made this game have a good sense of humor. Their sense of humor and all over the place. They made a game about, you know, the corporate grind. And they made it chill and relaxing. Kai exists. Game definitely has a sense of humor. They're also trying to make a point, but, like, they could be funny. Maybe they, like I'm saying, like, they could layer the joke by having an employee in the game who's sponsoring a company as part of a business deal. Oy, ay, ay, ay. That'd be funny. What am I missing? It seems like there's a large object that hasn't been accounted for. You. Fuel tank. Is that you? Get over here. Get in the barge for real this time.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Look, I'm just saying, if Blackbird Interactive or Focus Entertainment, I mean, I guess it would be the developers I care more about than the publishers. So if Blackbird Interactive, if you ever watch this particular video for no reason, if you'd like to make a funny joke where I am sponsored and am also sponsored by a company in the game, an in-game corporation that exists, contact me or Quint. Quint's probably our business leader. In fact, I should have probably told Quint about this beforehand. Probably gotten permission to make this joke or to pursue this line of comedy. I just think it would be fun. I want to do it. I think it'd be fun. Yeah, let's get some repair kits.
Thank you for your purchase.
Oh.
Have a nice day.
Pressed escape instead of tab. Alright, salvage complete. And, okay, 12 million. Not bad. Look at that. Our debt is now solidly below 1 billion. We're doing it. We're making it happen. We're a professional. We're professionals here. We are a professional ship salvager. We are being recognized by Lynx. I think it'd be funny. I would think it would. This entire stream has just been one prolonged request for Blackbird Interactive to please give me a sponsorship just for the pure comedy. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. I think it'd be fun.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. This is your daily wake-up call.
Thank you. New ship access, Gecko Salvage Runner. Purpose built for mobile salvaging with twin cargo bays and external manipulator arms for handling of large-scale materials. Take caution, as the cargo bay may still contain salvage that is unstable or hazardous. Great, wonderful, glad to hear that. While we are replacing our legal team with an outside firm, I will personally handle the whistleblower report that the salvage runners have an engineering flaw which can cause a catastrophic reactor meltdown. I haven't seen that. I haven't, actually. All the reactors I've salvaged have been going fine. Hey, good morning, world. How you doing? Things chill? Things chill. Alright. Ship doctor, we got some operations. We also got a data miner. We got a data to mine. Hey, we did it. This person is just complaining. And also swearing. I'm not gonna...
Hey there, I'm Shippy. I'm here to help you get this ship healthy again.
Beep boop. Nice.
I'm reading elevated performance levels. Excellent.
Circuits in the comms module.
Nice work. If I had a heart, I'd be proud.
Woo. Right there.
Your
Heat
ship
sink there.
points are improving. Keep it up.
Piston and filter, all we need. We're almost done. Beulah is almost fully operational. All right, we've leveled up. What do we get? Okay, we can't own our cutter until 19. Can't own this till 18. Can't own that till 18. Can't own this till 20. Can't own this till 19. Can't own this till 19. I don't even own this yet. What else? What about the actual upgrades? Range, don't want range. That'll actually just make... Adding range to the laser cutter is just going to make me accidentally cut things I don't want to that are far away from me. Heat capacity... I mean, it'll help, but it's not actually been benefiting me. Cooldown, nice quality of life convenience feature I could possibly get. Grapple. Increased range may be useful. Strength may be useful. Tether lifetime may be useful. Charged push I'm hesitant to get because I don't want to accidentally use it. Durability drain. We've got another durability drain on lockdown. Yeah! Grapple's gonna last forever at this rate. Nah, it's gonna last 5 times as long as stock. We can increase our top speed, braking force. Braking force could be useful. Almost purchased. Durability drain at rank 18 along with purchasing. Always nice. Cross spectrum scanner. Oh, that's thrusters again. There we are. Durability drain. Lovely. Big fan of systems not draining. O2 recharge, we could just get to full and then buy a little later. 34, 41, 48, it's like 150 in total. It's not that much. But also, one of the first things we do on a ship is depressurize the entire dang thing. So, like, recharging oxygen from the ambient atmosphere isn't gonna be very helpful because we're not gonna have an atmosphere. I just don't care. Audio resynth, never get. I could get demo charges, but then I'll be compelled to use demo charges, and that can only go badly. Cool. We are 2 hours, 21 minutes. Okay, I want to look at the list of the ships, because I want to see if we have another problem. Okay, we're looking for pistons and filters. Piston filters. Filters, very common. Pistons, also very common. Oh. Well. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, these all seem to be oh, nope, there's a mackerel in these parts. You know. Okay, no, it doesn't have pistons or filters, so I don't care. Another mackerel. Half pistons, no filters. We are entering the realm of the derelict here. I don't think I'm going to be able to avoid it. I think I'm going to have to do my first ghost ship tomorrow. That's going to be a wonder. Anyway, I'm going to do the thing where I transition to the end of the stream now because it's, you know, I've hit my time quota. My shift's over. Good times. Good times have been had. I'm happy with how things are going in this game. I'm afraid for the spooky part of the game, which is upcoming. I don't like the spooks. But ultimately, I'm having a good time. You're having a good time. Blackbird Interactive, you want to make the joke happen? No rush. I'm not even doing it for money. I'm doing it for funny. But like, yeah, we can have a little fun with it. I need to actually look up what companies exist inside the game so that I can decide what company I want to be. Or, you know, send your own recommendations. I could just pretend I'm sponsored by one of the companies, but I think if I have like an official source that can give me like canonized lore of the companies behind the scenes, then I can like play the part better. And also the fact that it's official makes it funnier. I'm gonna go. It's time for me to go now. I'm Exception. This is IntTV. Have a good day and good night.